Okay, guys, welcome to episode. Oh, was that 4 or 3? I think it was like 3. But yeah, guys, welcome to episode 3. Now, let's get started. So, Harryland moves their troops and quickly encircles these soldiers right here. And they're about to capture Munich, and Rome is not happy. But they make a slight counter-offensive, recapturing Madrid, and they manage to connect this back up again. And then they also threaten Paris. But Harryland then sends some troops into France. This part gets completely encircled. And yeah, Munich is captured, and Harryland officially liberates all of Germany. And just like that. So Harryland is taking a lot. Then after that they encircle this part and take it back. Then they take this. But Basque is still getting absolutely destroyed. But Harryland also sends their troops there. They send a lot of troops. But it's not enough, and the fall of Basque is real. Very real. And then these lands are also taken. But meanwhile, over here, we've got some stuff going on. As the monarchy falls. And the monarchy is completely gone. So yeah. But then there's an uprising in Korea that takes a lot of land, but Japan sees this, and they immediately take all of Korea. And they're just after this, the old leader of Korea under the Yamato puppet rule, they got assassinated, so they don't care, and they just decide to they don't care about getting a new president for that puppet state. They just decide to annex it. And then after that, the Qing makes a counter-offense, recapturing Beijing, and they take a lot, recapturing that, and China surrenders. They finally surrender. And now this part is taken. And then some of this is taken, and this is taken. Then they take Nanjing and Shanghai, and then they encircle these soldiers right here. So yeah, they're very strong, and then they annex Menjiang, just like that. And then they take this, and they go down into Korea. And yeah, they're starting to push them back. And then they encircle this, and successfully take all that, and boom. They're about to take all this, and they are successfully out of mainland China. I mean, mainland? What am I talking about? All of China is the mainland. That's what I'm talking about. And then they start battling for this area. But yes, it kind of comes to a stalemate here. But they kind of push them back a wee bit, and they are starting to take back the islands. Just like that. And then they do. And then Yamato also makes a stupid decision by declaring war on the Philippines, who quickly kick them out. Just like that. And then after that, Oceania manages to make it to the island of Taiwan, completely taking it. And then they land on this side and this side. This is kind of like the American front of World War II, except less chaotic. And yeah, they are officially taking that. And the Qing liberates Korea. And then they land on the surface, and then they land here. But they were much faster than Oceania, so yeah. And then they surrender. So yeah, just like that. But after they surrender, Saka also invades them to get some land. And yeah, so yeah, that's the end of them. So we're going to be looking at the peace treaty. So first of all, they're just going to be Japan now. And so they're going to, do you think yeah, Oceania gives that to the Qing Dynasty, and this island, I don't know what it's called, but there's another country called Ainu, and that's established. And yeah, here is the peace treaty. So yeah, they were defeated, and they give Korea all their land back. And then they also annex Uyghur right there. And then they also have a bit of a conflict here, taking some of that territory right here. Then after that, the UAE invades Hijaz, and it goes pretty successful, and they successfully take it. Just like that. Although Egypt isn't happy because they're actually wanting to take that. But yeah, and then they kind of just... But yeah, and there's a lot of anti-war protests going on here. So they start protesting, and they want it to like stop. Yeah, they really do. So they start protesting in Italy and all that, and they're also protesting these areas, even though they're actually French areas. I don't know why. Seems like they just are. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. But it's near Italy, but okay, that doesn't make sense. Why am I doing that? And then after that, Harryland officially takes all of Austria. And then they also support the protesters. So the protesters quickly rise, and yeah, Yamato and Rome were gonna ally, but seems like that's not happening. And all of France is and all of Basque is liberated, just like that. And yeah, they're just gonna give Basque their independence. Right there. And then they land these surfaces, and they give all of these islands to Italy. Well, actually, no, they give this island to France here, and they start pushing it in. And yeah, then Kabylia also enters the war, taking all of this, and then Basque also takes this. So yeah, Rome is defeated, and yeah, Italy is made, and Malta also gets independence. So yeah, and they get kind of some of that, and yeah, so here's going to be the peace treaty. So the Dutch Republic just get all of this, and Germany is going to get all of this land. Czech is going to get this land, and they tell Poland to give these lands, and they do. And Austria becomes independent, and this part is given to Yugoslavia. So yeah, that's all for today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.